What's up, people? How's it going?
All right. I was waiting for that.
Oh, crap. I totally forgot that, didn't I? Hold on a second. I'll make that up. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's been a weird day.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
I was like, something's missing.
No, I got an ice beer. That's what I got.
Ice.
Right there with you.
Ice beer. There we go.
You drowning yet down there?
Man, dude, this ain't nothing, bro.
They're where I'm at in Charleston. We're about to get, when it comes across, we're about to get.
Yeah, because it's going up towards you. Like we're barely getting the outer bands where I'm at. I'm right in the middle of the state.
Okay.
So
yeah, they're calling for 20 inches where I'm at.
Oh damn.
Yeah, 20 inches. So.
Get your kayak ready.
It floods down in Charleston on a sunny day with high tide. So
yeah, I'll take my winters.
It floods down here pretty easily too, because it's just like, and it rains here almost every day, at least for an hour or two.
Yeah,
because we got that tropical weather. But
you guys are like sea level almost.
We're below sea level.
Yeah.
Florida's below sea level.
Mucha agua.
Which was funny because yesterday I watched The Day After Tomorrow. Just for some reason, I watched it and I was like, "Sure, man, why not?"
Yeah, if you're not panicking of end of world situations, that's the movie to watch.
Yeah, I watched Volcano the other day.
Volcano's good.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Dante's Peak a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah.
Dante's Peak. It's sort of like Dante's Peak is like the action version of Volcano, sort of like Armageddon is the action version of Deep Impact.
Yeah. Same concept movie, but yeah, you're exactly right.
And they're both released at the same time. Like Deep Impact, Armageddon released the same year.
Yeah.
Dante's Peak and Volcano released the same year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Armageddon was awesome.
Yeah, that's one of my guilty pleasure movies.
Armageddon's a guilty pleasure of mine too, but I definitely have problems with the movie.
Oh yeah, it's a bad movie, but it's a good
mining
movie.
It's probably my favorite Michael Bay movie, though.
Yeah, I would put it up there. I have to go back and look at all of them, but I think
You okay, Danny?
Yeah.
Danny C doesn't care about Dante.
No, I had a work issue going on, so
my
Don't just for the record, guys. I was telling Gaskar I went to go see Trap. Do not see that movie. Trap is crap. Okay.
I saw your review.
It's awful. The movie should have been titled Escape. That's all I'm gonna say with no spoilers.
Before I saw your little review, one of my friends said, "You going to see that movie Trap?" I said, "I was thinking about it." I said, "Don't." He said, "Just don't." He said, "You won't like it."
It was M. Night Shyamalan, and the last M. Night Shyamalan I saw was like my movie of the year, which was the Cabin or whatever.
The one with the wrestler
Batista.
Batista,
yeah. So I was like, oh man, well, and before that, his last movie was, I believe, Glass. So M. Night Shyamalan was like on this roll. So I was like, all right, man, I'll go get watch. And it was like 2 hours of my life I could never get back.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
Justin Monty for $5 Americanos. Hey guys, how are you? Deadpool and Wolverine had an excellent second weekend at the box office, and by this week it could surpass $1 billion. I said it, week and a half would be passed, and we're at right now.
I'm checking it now.
824 million.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, by next week, because there's no competition right now.
Alien Romulus is the only movie that's coming up that could like eat away from it, but that's not going to be as big as this.
Well, I think Alien Romulus will take away the #1 spot, but it's not going to eat enough to slow down the box office for it.
Yeah,
billion.
I mean, because it's a smaller budget movie and it's going to be rated R. So, I mean, Deadpool was rated R as well.
It has a
much bigger following
and advertising. I'm seeing sneakers now, pizza. So they just kill
Call of Duty is about to add the characters to their game. So it's like,
I'm about to go see it. I was gonna go see it last Tuesday for the second time because it was $5 Tuesdays, but it was like all the showings were packed still. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait till this coming Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go to the week, but the storm's coming. But I'm gonna try to I want to see it in 3D, so I'm gonna go check it out in 3D.
Really?
Yeah.
It was cool in 3D.
Yeah.
They still do 3D?
Yeah.
My friend was only in 3D.
I think they had an option of that when I went.
It depends on the theater and it depends on the movie.
Yeah.
And it depends on the movie.
Danny. I know what you say. He didn't have the option. You squint your eyes, Danny. It's like 3D.
Cross your eyes.
Cross your eyes.
You see
cross your eyes.
Move your head like this while your eyes are crossed.
God, that's funny.
I forgot that you watch it that way you did.
Are we going to talk about your attack piece on us, Rob?
That was not an attack piece, man.
I can't tell, DJ.
It was not an attack piece at all, man.
I feel like it was edited to make us look bad, you know.
I didn't edit anything.
No,
it was. I didn't even edit the clip. I took the clip that was there.
Oh, Dennis, like I always do. Let's go ahead.
It was funny because it was like, and they still let him make the movie. And then it's like, yeah, they still let him make the movie.
Yeah,
the movie was made. What the hell are y'all talking about?
That was not correct facts. That's true. That wasn't correct facts. The movie was already filmed, but he was doing the promotions for it.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was in the promotion because he was in the trailer, but he was not on.
He wasn't in no press.
He wasn't doing press.
He didn't do any
tour.
press. Yeah. He was. Yes, he was. He did all the opening, all the red carpets. But he wasn't taking interviews. He was there dressed up.
Was he doing the press junket? I didn't see him do the press junkets.
Yeah, he was on the red carpet, but he did not do any he took pictures but did not speak to anybody.
Yeah, but then that's not part of promoting, because part of promoting is all the actors go one-on-one interviews around the country and around the world.
Going to the premiere is different than going to
going to the premiere is not promoting.
Gotcha. Well, at least he was there. You shouldn't have even been allowed to do that shit.
I agree, but at that point, I think he was already doing the anger management thing. But
true. I think you're right. He was. Yeah, it was part of his
deal. But he was fired like a year before that anyway. Like WB fired him, and just for the sake of argument, okay. What Disney does and what WB does is completely different. I don't know why people keep comparing two companies. What Walmart's policies is and what Target's policies are completely different. I seen a dude at Walmart get fired for eating a peanut. So
because people have allergies, but you sell peanuts there.
No. We back in the day when I started back in the day, they had big barrels of peanuts that you scoop out and you weigh yourself. And he ate one. He was an employee. He ate one. They had him on camera. They fired him. Wow. You know? So, again, what one company does and what another company does is different. So, like, what the point I was trying to make was Ezra Miller was already fired by WB.
Yeah.
And the film was already made years before that stuff went down. And even for the sake of argument's sake that he wasn't, what Disney does and what WB does, you can't compare. They're two different companies. Now, if Ezra Miller was doing that for Disney and Disney kept him around and then fired Jonathan Majors, then everybody's got a point.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Look how fast they fired James Gunn. They didn't even tell Kevin Feige, like, boom, the next day you're fired.
You know, I did hear something. I look into it more. I'm hearing that the reason they couldn't recast Kang is contractually they couldn't recast it, something legally in the contract where they couldn't recast them. I haven't dove deep, but I've been hearing people talk about that.
Really?
It wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And another thing I seen a lot of arguments this is in the comments. I seen a lot of people put this in the comments, especially in my video. Marvel did Kang dirty because they let whack ass Ant-Man beat him. You have to understand. One, Ant-Man didn't beat him.
He got sent somewhere or whatever.
Yes, and that wasn't supposed to be the end. Yeah. So he didn't beat him. It just the story never finished. Yes. The story just never finished.
I still say same thing you said. I still think the movie was bad, but Kang
was the best part of the movie.
Yeah. John made a good job with him. Yeah,
his acting is great.
Yeah.
It just situation sucked for him.
Yeah. It was like a bad situation.
It was a misdemeanor charge. Yes, the companies have their thing, but it sucked.
Man, like I said, I worked at Walmart for 20 years. I've seen a lot of people get fired for stuff that's a slap on the wrist other places. I mean, different companies have different policies.
There's discretion in their policy,
And now, if Jonathan Majors worked for like Blumhouse, a much smaller studio, $8 million movies, Blumhouse would have been like, it is what it is. But WB fired Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp was 100% innocent.
That was the guy I forgot. If you go back and watch, I was like, that was the other guy who got dropped right away. Just didn't come to mind. That was him. Yeah.
So it dropped them. It's just a shitty
That's
situation.
DJ, you better remain silent on this topic because it'll be easy to you later on.
And then you say
until the next topic.
Sorry, we have Miranda rights around here on people put them on the show.
Anything you say will and can be used.
Danny's like, I know my rights.
I plead the fifth.
That's man. I got 7 new subs from that, so I appreciate that. And a couple of more views, so it was all good. I'm
right,
like 8 away from 200, 1,200.
I thought you would have passed it on that. I was hoping.
It's all right, man. It is what it is.
We'll get to the super chats and then we'll pass the topic so Danny can talk. I know he's got a man crush on Jonathan Majors. He doesn't want to say anything.
Negative. That's Anzo.
Justin Monty comes in with $10. Interesting bit of trivia. Did you know that Robert Downey Jr. actually auditioned to play as Dr. Doom in the 2005 Fantastic Four movie, but didn't get the part? That is pretty cool.
That's interesting. It doesn't change my thoughts on the casting of him as Dr. Doom at all, but we'll get to that a little bit. G Major.
From the man G Major. Figured Trap would suck. I didn't even hear about it until I saw his title of his.
The trailer looks good, I will say, but from what I'm hearing, he's 50-50 with me, man. Something he
really is,
and something like
really is.
Batman asked Eddie for $5. Batman Cape Crusader on Prime picks up where Batman the Animated.
Yeah, I started watching that.
That's not true.
I don't.
That's not true. Ain't the Penguin a woman in this? So how's that?
No, that's not true. This is totally reimagined. It is really dark.
Commissioner Jordan Black, his daughter's Black. Yeah.
So a lot of stuff happened in Gotham since the last.
Yeah, a
lot. Harvey Dent. He is like evil.
He's not even Two-Face yet.
Two-Face yet. He's still evil.
Yeah.
Batman is like cold. They got Alfred, fat and chubby.
Yeah,
Batman disrespecting them. Bruce Wayne is totally different.
Yeah, I've watched 3 episodes and I'm not feeling it.
But J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves has got a hand in this.
Yeah, isn't this the last performance of what's his name play Batman?
No, it's not him.
It's not him.
I looked it up. It sounds like a lot like.
It sounds like it sounds
yeah. Man, they got somebody that sounds like him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's damn near identical. Yeah,
it's way different.
It's probably AI.
Yeah.
Oh, true today.
No, hey, smash the like button, people.
I got the actor back. I looked it up. I was like, that sounds like Kevin Conroy, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Hamish Linklater.
Yeah.
I
know.
That's Brooklyn. Brooklyn says, I'm going to try and get on a video again.
But that's why I put it on there. That's why I stuck it on there. Speaking of Batman, since we're talking about Cape Crusader, I'm not feeling the Joker trailer, man. I don't even know if I'm going to go see it.
It's a musical. I know I'm not going to watch that.
Oh, it's full musical. I've never seen the first.
Yeah, They're hiding that in the commercials. They're hiding the musical aspect in the trailer. But the problem I have with it was when you look at the trailer, so much of it doesn't seem real. Like it's just in his head. Like you ever seen Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
Where like they're in the nut house and then they just kind of like drift off in his dream world.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what most of the Joker movie is gonna be like.
Like lucid dreams just like, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of
misleading
false advertisement in the trailer.
Yeah.
Plus they got Harley's like origin all wrong and stuff, and it's just I think that's gonna be one I skip, man.
Really fast, Eddie, $5. New Hellboy movie coming out, looks comic book accurate. Finally,
I
do not want to go see Hellboy Wish version.
I've never been a fan of the Hellboys. I mean,
the first one was good, Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
This is good, but the second actor, not so much.
David Harper. I think he did a good job as Hellboy. I just think the movie sucked.
Yeah, the writing of it was pretty bad.
It was really bad. I saw it in theaters. I was like, oh, this ain't good.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman has a commanding presence when he's in any part.
Yeah.
And I could tell the difference in. I love him in Sons of Anarchy when he played Vincent in Beauty and the Beast. So I like his acting style. Then he played in what's one where they can get the robots and stuff?
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, Pacific Rim.
Yeah, he was in the first one. You guys remember the Beauty and the Beast TV show he was in back in the 80s?
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, you did? You said
He was Vincent.
Yeah.
And Linda Hamilton played Catherine, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Man, that went on for a few seasons, huh?
Went about 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
My dad watched that shit all the time, man. But I'm not looking forward to the new Hellboy. If I do happen to watch it, it would be like a spare thing on VOD if I have nothing to do one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about y'all watched the director's cut of Rebel Moon yet?
Nope. I don't care.
I really don't care. I clicked it and I was like, I don't want to watch this again, and went to something else.
I didn't even see the second part yet. I don't care.
You haven't? Wow. I might if I'm bored.
It's 3 hours and something minutes now.
3.5 hours, I heard.
Yeah.
Is it better?
I got Danny. I clicked.
Do you want to find out?
I saw the runtime. I was like, nah.
The reason why I asked because like if you watch the theatrical cut and the director's cut of Daredevil, is totally to me is so much better.
But here's my thing: just released a good cut the first time.
Yeah, this movie wasn't going to theaters. They didn't have a runtime or rating system. It was going to Netflix. So they literally just did that to milk views twice.
Exactly.
So just on that purpose alone, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
In less than a year.
2-3 years down the road, director's cut, I might rewatch it again. But literally, it hasn't been 6 months since the last movie came out. The only
way I would have watched the director's cut if that would have been released in theaters only.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, you're gonna release the director's cut in theaters only. I'll give it a second viewing to watch it. But the fact that it was both were on Netflix, and like you said, it was like in the same year.
Yeah,
it's like you have no restrictions. Release it at the first time.
Yeah.
You know, just on purpose alone, I'm not watching that.
That's just his thing in his bag. He loves doing that,
and that's why I can't stand him. I can't.
Stand him. Yeah, I kind of hate it.
If they even released it in theaters, who the hell would go see it?
I just said I would.
Zach's out of friends.
Yeah, the big 5 of them.
Yeah.
The 5 loud ones. Geeky guy would go see it like 20 times. Adam will see it like 3 times.
Oh my lord. Justin Monty, another $5. Hey Rob, did you see the pitch meeting for Daredevil and Wolverine?
It hasn't been showing up on my feed.
Go to my channel. I did a reaction to it. You can watch it on there. Talking Black Eye on YouTube.
The feed hasn't been showing up. I'm a subscriber to it, and it just hasn't been showing.
Same thing. The stuff I'm subscribed to hasn't been like showing on my For You page or whatever. I've been getting like random stupid stuff on my page, like channels I don't even watch.
Yeah, it's weird.
YouTube is broken. It is.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is the algorithm crap is
Yeah.
weird. Yesterday, I got some kind of weird feed on the worst YouTuber takes or something. I'm like, what the hell is this?
That was me.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, I can think of a lot worse people with worse takes than you.
Shoot, I've been branded that, buddy, from the Dark Council. So I'm gonna run with it.
Really?
You're embracing it, Danny?
Oh yeah.
Well, as a
Is it
guy
the
who
villain arc?
watched some of the stuff from Dark Council, I don't think they have much room to brand somebody else as bad takes.
Well, I enjoy it. Drunk called me that, so I'm gonna run with it. It makes me no different, man. 'Cause like I said in the intro, I'm gonna watch what I watch. I'm gonna like what I like. And
100%.
I don't care what nobody thinks.
Yep.
Yep.
Man.
Should we talk about this Robert Downey Jr. thing? I guess I put it in the title.
Yeah.
You
I
did?
just put it in the title because it's popular. I really don't care too much about it. I spent
all
all
about it.
week listening to a million different podcasts with a million different takes, and
To me, this was-
go ahead.
It was a boys' move. Like on the boys, he said that they have shock value. They
Yeah.
got shock value out of that, but now the shock is kind of wearing off because I'm not really going to be interested, really truly interested in it
Until
again.
we get closer
Until
to
I
it.
see that trailer, and I see
It-
him in the suit and the armor. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this might. You know, I'm gonna say, man, it's gonna be fire. Oh, I don't know. So
I-
until I see
I-
that, I was kind of way in the back of my mind.
Last
The
week
fact-
on Storm
Right.
Nation. Oh, go ahead, Gaskar.
No, I was gonna say the fact that we know that he's gonna be in an end credits of Fantastic Four, that's gonna make people probably go see that
Fantastic Four.
movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Like Captain Marvel.
They're being strategic now, and if I was
Yeah,
them, I would have something, maybe Easter eggish in the
In
Captain America.
You probably will.
I would do it. And
Yeah.
I would have something Easter eggish
Oh, and Thunderbolts.
in the Disney products. Yeah, you got to keep it. You got to kind of keep those breadcrumbs, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
If you don't, then people lose. They'll forget it and lose interest.
yeah.
I'm at the point now. I want to see it play out. I'm here to see how the chips fall. I'm not judging it until I see it right now.
Last week on After Storms Live on Storm Nation, I compared it to WWE last year when The Rock came back to Russell Roman Reigns. Like when they announced it, everybody in the audience cheered, but afterwards, everybody
thought
on
about
the
it.
internet bashed it. It was sort of the same thing. Everybody in Hall H cheered when Robert Downey Jr. took that mask off, but then everybody on the internet is bashing it. And I kind of still have the same stance of knee-jerk reaction, don't like it, willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the video I saw of Hall H when he came out, it was kind of like, huh?
It was a mix.
Like
It was
like
a mix.
there was like a hush and then an applause. Like, okay,
Everybody
You
was-
can hear somebody guessing. Is it going to be such and such?
Yeah.
And then when they see him, then that's they kind of, oh, holy
Well,
crap!
what you don't see is a big sign that's lighting up
Saying applause.
saying applause, sheep, applause.
The guys that are interacting with guns pointing at everybody
Yeah.
saying you better clap.
Oh, as for the Fantastic Four footage, something we spoke of last week that we weren't correct on. The footage that they showed is not in the movie. They weren't actually filming the movie yet at that time. They just started this week.
It's like test footage. from them,
It was just a sizzle reel sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be in the movie.
Said it. Someone did say Jared Leto. Jared Leto? Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yep.
I would not want Jared Leto.
He
Someone
gets-
said that in the thing.
Somebody said, if you watch, go back and watch it. They said, who could
Yeah.
it be? Who could it be? Somebody said,
Can you
Jared
imagine
Leto?
Jared Leto as Dr. Doom? Look at this. Honka.
More
I'm like, get away, bro. Get away. Get away.
I don't know, man. Like we were saying, RDJ wouldn't have come back if he didn't believe that it would do well.
Yeah. I strongly believe that.
Yeah.
I still say if the Russo brothers weren't behind the steering wheel, I would be worried.
Yeah.
They're behind it, so I have faith.
And they got the writers back.
Yeah, so
McFeely
I have
and them, so-
I have faith.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm relying on.
And the
I think
perks
that-
are crazy.
Yeah, I think they had to sell it to do Downey. I think he saw the Russo brothers, like you said, DJ,
Mhm.
and Rob said that those writers. So if I had an all-star cast, and I know in the past, man, we put out good stuff.
Yeah.
I would take a leap of faith, but they got to make sure it can't be nothing silly or crazy.
I've seen a lot of good pitches from people too. A lot of good pitches where, like scenarios where, he's not Tony Stark. He's not a Tony Stark variant, but he looks similar to Tony Stark, which would make the Avengers kind of look like kind of skeptical. Yeah. And he's gonna play and feed on that and stuff. I don't know. I think, and I think the pitch that Danny said the other day, I believe it was Wednesday when I was spying on y'all, about
plotting against us. Plotting against us.
More material.
How can I twist their
facts are wrong?
These idiots over here
have I not to anything?
Man, I got some more material.
Hey, good thing too. I had nothing to do that day. I was like, man, this gives me something to talk about, and actually did well too. So I was like, oh, okay. But I think there might be like a situation where, like maybe he was switched or something. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's a million different scenarios.
I'm curious about how they're going to, write it in there. That's my biggest.
I got that from Terrence. He's like, must read every kind of comic book ever come out. Yeah. He says one of it. I think it's called What If, and it's called the Demon Armor or something like that.
Demon Mask or something.
Yeah.
That's the storyline in that. I try to find it in the comic book store. You can't find it. So
buy it digital if you want to read it.
Yeah,
you got a tablet?
Yeah, I did. I used to do the Marvel Unlimited, but I unsubscribed to that, man. It was like $70 or something a year. I'm like, doing it. But I may get it just for long enough. The 7-day promo they give, read it and be like, I don't want it. I changed my mind.
Those 3 months free, they're great. That's what I'm doing for the House of the Dragon.
Well, I can't wait till tonight, buddy.
Yeah, as soon as it's over with tonight, bro, it's being unsubscribed.
Is it gonna be more than an hour, you think, or just an hour?
Game of Thrones was season 7 and 8 were an hour and a half because they had less episodes. Yeah. So, but this year they only have 8. Normally they have 10, so it might be an hour and a half.
I think it's gonna be over an hour.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I might be out on an island here, and this might be Rob's bad take. I thought the last 3 episodes were boring as fuck.
What? Last episode was fire, man.
Last episode,
dragons.
Like, yes,
give me more dragons. Dragons. Gosh.
Go ahead.
How they found the last guy was a little bit boring, but how that first guy, the black guy got it, and the second guy, the way they got their dragons, I like the third dragon.
I hope the black girl finds that giant dragon.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Sheep Stealer, and that was the name of the dragon?
I don't know what the name is, but I want her to find that one this episode.
Yeah, in the book it's called Sheep Stealer or something like that. It's something crazy.
I'm just used to Game of Thrones actually doing stuff. We've been just trying to find dragon riders for 3 episodes now.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Damien's tripping out on mushrooms.
Right? That's the part I'm having.
That's the one part I've had a problem with this whole season.
Like,
do something, Damien.
He hasn't done crap since like the second episode.
Yeah, you got bitched out by a 10-year-old last
exactly.
episode.
Do you know sometimes how you get like on those streams on your channel, and now I click on one like a crazy, and not everything about House of Dragon. Did you know that Daenerys did this? Did you know that Dany did this? Did you know that this dragon is this? Every day I'm reading.
Sending it to
YouTube does that all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Because I've been on this diet for like 3 months. I was on Instagram the other day and some pizza came across and I was like super hungry. So I hit the heart button and now I get nothing but pizza feed on my Instagram. And I'm like, what the hell, bro?
They shove it down your throat, boy.
Yeah.
Yep. I was like, dieting? Try this product. You get a bunch of stuff coming out.
Yeah, usually when it's like healthy stuff or protein stuff, I'm like, cool, I can watch this.
Yeah.
But then like pizza everywhere, I'm like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, they told me this yesterday that Danny's dragon, Daenerys Dragoon was one of them. That burned the Iron Throne.
Yep.
Yeah. Drogon. Yeah, Drogon.
Daemon's dragon and the lady that got killed 2 episodes ago. That their dragons are brothers and sisters.
Oh.
How do they know that?
Also, remember last week you said how come Danny can't get burnt but everybody else can?
Yeah,
I know the answer to that now.
Let me know,
What?
brother.
I did some research. Remember in the first season when she set her husband in fire in that hut and she went in with the eggs and the witch?
And
It's the combination of the blood magic and the magic from the witch that made her not be burned.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why her brother got burned with the golden
For the gold.
thing.
He has for it though.
He was dick. Yeah.
God, he was a butthole.
Yeah.
You would think she didn't have children. So you think somebody get passed down, but she didn't have children.
The only bad thing is like after the night, I don't know what to watch.
There's nothing to watch, man.
I actually finished Cobra Kai yesterday.
There's nothing.
Cobra Kai is pretty good.
I'm probably going to watch Umbrella Academy just because I've been invested in that, but that kind of fell off of me last season.
I can't get into that.
It's the final season. I'm invested, so I'm gonna watch it.
I know none of y'all don't watch, but next week, Bel Air comes on. I think it's season 4.
I don't have Peacock.
I can't
get Peacock, right? Yeah.
I have Peacock, but I still don't want to watch it.
Yeah. There really is nothing like.
There's
gotta watch.
Yeah, there's not gonna be nothing. And speaking of nothing to watch, I don't think I'm gonna watch Skeleton Crew.
I don't really have that much interest in it, honestly.
Did you see the promotional for it? They got like a little blue elephant running around. I don't want to watch that.
The promotion don't look good at all.
And apparently it's not testing well, so that doesn't make me feel too good. And I also heard from Disney insiders that Acolyte season 2 is a no-go. No-go.
They're not gonna green like that.
So another Star Wars story that they start that we're not going to get the resolution of. That's my biggest problem with Disney Star Wars is not so much of all the stuff that they didn't get right or whatnot, but them constantly starting storylines and not finishing it.
Yeah, especially you put in certain Easter eggs like they did. Why are you gonna put in somebody that interesting in the storyline? Like
they did that with Ahsoka with Ray Stevens' character and his apprentice. You know, they were looking for this power, didn't get no resolution on that. They did that a couple times in Mandalorian, you know.
Yeah, but they are gonna have Ahsoka season 2, though, aren't they?
They are, but they're gonna have to recast Stevens if they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I mean, look in the first Star Wars Episode 7 movie, like who's Rey's parents? How did they get Luke's lightsaber? Blah blah blah. They asked all these questions, and they answered it like years later in a comic book.
and no one, the average person is going to read.
Yeah, it's because they don't know what to do, and they're too busy about agenda-driven crap and putting in politics into a story that just doesn't make any sense. They're like Star Wars was just. They have to go back to what George Lucas wanted it.
They need to get George Lucas back.
Okay, in the Acolyte, what was the politics? Explain to me.
Well, the Acolyte was just bad writing.
Okay. Well, there was some politics in there, you know, between the lesbian witches and the two sisters, and
that. You know, in all honesty, that didn't bother me if I didn't know.
It didn't bother me either.
What the director said is the fact what the director was saying.
It wasn't force fed. It wasn't like
but it's everything. But it's if the director would have just kept her mouth shut about this is the gayest Star Wars you'll ever see.
That was the problem. Yeah. Like the show itself wasn't like that. It was.
I didn't find anything gay about the show. To be honest,
yeah. It really didn't bother me.
I've seen a whole lot worse.
Yeah,
seen a whole lot gayer.
We see worse on Game of Thrones.
Yes.
That's hardcore. It's like it's soft porn, Game of Thrones, man. That's what it is.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, almost everything on HBO is softcore porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you used to have a show here called Blue Nuit. It was like 11 o'clock at Fridays. It was like soft porn.
Kids stayed another time and a day when he was
man. Hey, I didn't have pay-per-view back then. Some people had the box. I had the channels with all the squiggly lines. They're like,
that's what I had.
That one was that a nipple?
That's what I had. Yeah. I switched my cable box to channel 95, which was the Playboy channel. I'm like, oh, that's a titty.
Wow.
Kids don't know the struggle back in the day.
Thank you.
They don't know the struggle back in the day.
They don't know the struggle.
Yeah.
Hit the hanger. Hit the hanger.
They got easy access to it. Yeah.
Stand over there. Now put one foot up.
Wait for
my dad used to make me do like a butter knife on the TV as like an antenna thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Justin Monty, $5. Thank you, Justin Monty. On
Thank
behalf
you.
of the
Muchas gracias.
It also depends. It also doesn't help that Star Wars fan base is toxic beyond belief and don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's they don't know what they want.
I think that's an excuse, to be honest.
I agree a little bit because they'll ask for something, then you get it, and they're like, "Well, we didn't get this," you know. So
yeah.
Like,
well, you did this, like when they got Luke. Oh, you gave us Luke, but his face didn't look good.
Yeah.
You know,
they always find something wrong with it, you know.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Like you said, they start things they can't finish. You have the other one too that they promised Lando. We're not getting Lando.
They have missed opportunities. You had you had the fan base all seem to be on one accord with the Luke Skywalker moment. That's when they should have had some kind of Luke Skywalker television show ready to go.
That would have cost a lot of
money,
or a movie or something. They should have had something ready.
You got to do all the de-aging and everything.
They just let that opportunity slip out.
I mean, Acolyte cost 170 million. A Luke Skywalker show would have been
180.
180.
Yeah, House of the Dragons was 170.
Oh, Acolyte was 180. You said.
Yeah.
But they're never gonna get everybody on board. I think Disney has an attitude. I'm not even gonna say Disney because Lucasfilm is a company within Disney. But I think Lucasfilm is like, look, we're never gonna make all the fans happy, so let's not try.
You never will. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I think they need an announcement to like, hey guys, George Lucas is gonna come back and we're gonna do his story. Like, have George Lucas come back, come up with the stories, but then have other writers write the scripts and direct it.
He has oversee of everything. Basically.
Yeah. Because I gotta be honest, I used to praise Dave Filoni. I have lost all confidence in Dave Filoni.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
Yeah, I lost all confidence on him.
Underwhelmed with Ahsoka. I mean, I watched it hoping for but
when Ahsoka ended, like I was like, oh man, that was great. But it was like as the days passed by, I just my feelings for it. Yeah. Same thing with Acolyte. Yeah, same thing with Acolyte. Like I liked it week to week because I was like intrigued on what was going to happen.
But as a whole, it kind of
looking back at it now, and I was like, well, other than episode 5, everything else kind of sucked.
It makes you mad because you see that they have episodes that are very good. Like
potential,
you said,
but it's not consistent. It's not.
So
consistent.
Why can't you just recreate what you did on episode 5 through all 10 episodes, and you would have all these people on your back all the time? But it's like, nope.
I think a lot of it, and this is just my opinion, is I think a lot of this is meant to be a movie, and they take it and they just stretch it into a series, and they don't have enough material to tell it. So, because a lot of stuff, like the episodes, nothing happens. If you go back and watch the Acolyte, I went back and rewatched half of the Acolyte, and in a lot of episodes, nothing happens in an entire episode. Like we're looking for the Wookiee Jedi, and that's the entire plot of the episode. Nothing. Meanwhile, you watch House of Dragons, and there's a million things happening in one episode.
That's going to are affected from the last episode and will affect the next episode.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think if a lot of this stuff was just done as a movie, you probably would have had a couple decent movies out of this.
But that's the thing, right? That's the movie we should have got. We should have gotten The Heir to the Empire. Right?
Yeah.
They should have just fed off the animation and just, we got a Rosario Dawson and The Mandalorian, which was great. It was one of the best, most used episode at the time. And just give us the whole theoretical Ezra thing. But like you said, it would have been, hopefully, I think, I would have believed it would have done a lot better
or
in the theater than it would have done on Disney Plus.
Like a mini series, like a 3-part, 2-hour episodes miniseries. That way you can kind of get more storytelling in a faster, consistent pace.
Yeah,
either that or sorry, Guskar. Let me just make this one point, and you can have me. If look at Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, right? What do they have in common? Both of those shows are books that they converted into a show. So they had the source material. They know how it's going to end. I don't understand why they don't take some of these newer canon novels that nobody reads. Like there's a trilogy of books called The Aftermath that takes place right after Return of the Jedi. And Luke and them are not in it. So you can use different actors to play these characters because Luke is not in it, right? And you can do like an entire season just on that first book, and you have all the source material, you know how it's going to end, and more people would be able to be able to experience it who didn't read the book. That's my point. Go ahead, Guskar.
I lost my train of thought.
No, I agree with you, Rob, because like, for example, the Halo series, you have the book canon. The first 3 books they made for Halo were perfect for them to do that show, and they completely ignored all that.
Yeah.
So I understand you got to change something because they're changing some things in House of Dragon to fit the actual picture screen. But from what most part I hear, it's pretty much on par with the books. You know? Except for a few minor tweaks here and there.
Same thing with The Boys. The Boys is based on a comic book. Invincible is based on a comic book. Walking Dead, whether you like it or you hate it, is based on a comic book. All these popular shows are based on other properties that they have the source material for. Why Star Wars has that source material? There's like 40 books that are according to Kathleen Kennedy, but there's at least 40 books that are canon, that are not legend, that are canon, that nobody has read unless you're a book nerd, that you can adapt into a series and get the rest of the audience caught up on it. You know, why don't they do that?
Yeah, and all you do like Game of Thrones is change up the endings, change up some of the stories. Because I was like, we were talking about how we don't like this Daemon storyline on House of the Dragon. I was reading one of the many feeds I get that in the book, he had a good time at the river colony where he's at now, and that he was very popular. But they changed it up, I guess, just to make sure you kind of so everybody won't be able to anticipate what's going on. Right. And one of the things I read is that the young boy became the king at the end. Something the Broken.
Brandon Broken.
That he in the book he was a Night King. That he can travel through space and time.
Well, to be fair, in Game of Thrones, the books aren't done yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's saying.
That's a theory.
All kind of crazy stuff that's going on. Yeah. So I mean, the way that they're changing it up, I like it because I don't want to know. I won't be able to go read the book and see what it is.
Right.
Have a different change, little twist. Different dragons can do different things, that kind of stuff. So I like it.
So exactly going what you're saying, Danny, right? Imagine getting a movie adaptation of Darth Plagueis.
Awesome. I'd be there first night.
Exactly. And
we already been introduced to him here in an Acolyte.
Right. But
and so why not build on that?
In the Acolyte.
That's going to be another thing they don't build on.
That's another story point that they introduce and they don't finish, and fans are just left there like, who's this creepy looking alien dude creeping behind a rock?
Could you imagine if they were to do like the Darth Plagueis and see how Palpatine was sought after, converted, groomed, taught, and then became how he is now? I would love to see that story. I think you could do 3 parts. You could do Plagueis, then a young Palpatine, and then just before he becomes like the Chancellor over Naboo. That would be fantastic. I would love to see that. They could do that 3-part series and tie right into the Phantom Menace.
I can see it now. The Young Adventures of Sheen Palpatine. Dun, 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 dun.
Right now, who wants to see a Rey movie? I mean, I really don't. I'm gonna go see it.
The only reason why I would see it is because it's technically episode 10. That's it. Other than that, like you saying a Rey movie doesn't get me excited.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, it's just being the next chapter after episode 9 is what gets me excited. The character doesn't get me excited.
And not only that, it doesn't get to me because of all the early talk about what they were planning of. She's the one that's going to reconstruct the Jedi Academy. And we all know, for the hardcore fans, that it was Luke who did that.
Luke.
Right? Well, technically he did.
But
then Kylo kind of burnt it all down.
Yeah. So, like going back what Danny said as well, you know, wouldn't it be cool after Mandalorian 2? Actually, you know, they waited too long to get the next Mandalorian season as well, right? After that big hype. I think it was 2 years before we got anything?
Yeah.
That's another thing.
I didn't think it was that long, was it?
Yeah, it was about 2 years, man.
Yeah, it was about 2 years.
Yeah.
It was mad long.
So if they would have shown like Danny said, a movie, that would have been the right thing to do right there at that point.
That's the problem. You lose your excitement. You lose that wave kind of fizzles out of the
That was a lot of momentum, buddy. You go back and watch the Luke Skywalker reactions, and man, people are losing their mind.
Because after season 2, they went into Book of Boba Fett. That replaced season 3 of Mandalorian. Mandalorian got delayed a year because of that. And that's a lot of Disney's problem as well, because and House of Dragon is guilty of this too, and The Boys, modern TV in general. It used to be every year there was a new season. Now we're waiting 2-3 years. 2-3 years. Yeah.
To the point where you forget what happened in the last season, so you kind of like,
go back and watch last 2 or 3 episodes.
Bro, when Boys season 4 came out and they showed the recap in the first episode, I was like, when the hell did Maeve die?
Yeah,
because I forgot.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing about the whole Book of Boba Fett thing in those episodes with the Mandalorian. It's because they had to bring Grogu back. That's the only reason they gave those things, because they wanted more money from merchandise.
You know how many people were confused too? Like, how did Grogu come back?
Yeah, it's just like you said, they're just disorganized, like so bad. They don't know what to do.
They feel like DCEU back in the day, when DCEU was announcing all kinds of crap and none of it was coming out.
Random stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know this for sure, but there's high rumors that the director of the Rey movie, she's not there anymore, and they're just keeping it hush hush right now.
Oh damn!
Because she came out and was like, "I'm not interested in a Star Wars movie. I'm interested in a feminist movie or some shit." I don't know her exact quotes, but it was
because she was a part of the feminist movement. And
stuff no. I think her exact quote was, "I enjoy making men feel uncomfortable." I think that's her.
Which was done on an interview that had nothing to do with Star Wars, by the way. But
I remember.
It was about.
But them Star Wars fans look it up though.
It was about making movies that brought out, because she was from an Arab country and stuff like that, where women didn't have a lot of rights, and that her point was to come out and make men skirmish in their seats.
Someone left a comment in one of my videos last week. I don't remember who this person was. I can't give them credit, but they made a good point. They said Hollywood needs to start hiring filmmakers and not activists. And I'm like, because a lot of these people, man, they're just activists. And they have.
I get. You're gonna know how. When just because you can't say something doesn't mean you always have to say something. You gotta know.
I get having a platform, but like you said, there's a time and place. Sometimes you gotta read the room.
Yeah. People don't read the room. They think just because they got a keyboard and a mic, I can say it.
That's the problem with society in general nowadays. Everybody thinks that you can hide behind this computer screen and you say whatever you want now with no repercussions, whatever.
And then when you're face to face, you can't say shit.
Yeah,
sorry, that's true.
It is true.
It is
100% true.
Yeah, in the world of today,
man, we had so much news last week, and now we don't have any news. Did you hear that Fantastic Four and Superman are scheduled to be released at the same time?
Wow. No. Superman is going to spank their butt.
Yep. I'll tell you what.
I would delay or come out earlier. I'm gonna
be 100% honest. If I could only see one movie that weekend, it's Superman.
Yeah, if I was Fantastic Four, I'd come out about 6 weeks later.
Yeah, but that momentum died down a little bit.
Either 6 weeks earlier or 6 weeks later.
Yeah,
I think Superman's going to take it because more people are curious about what DC has and James Gunn has done. Like they're going to be curious.
Like we always say globally. The top 3 comic book characters are Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man.
And
I don't even know if Fantastic Four was in the top 10. I ain't never looked it up.
The last 3 Fantastic Four movies have been trash, bombed in the box office. And for Superman, everybody who's a Superman fan is going to go see it, and all the Snyder fans are going to go see it so they can hate on the new Superman.
And all the and all the what's his name, the actor and oh my god, I got a blank. Pedro Pascal haters are gonna take their masses and prevent boycotts from watching that movie because of the whole Gina Carano.
You got to be careful, man, and don't oversaturate the market, man. A lot of times we've seen actors try to beat every movie and they play themselves out.
The Rock.
Oh yeah,
The Rock.
He's cooling it off a little bit though.
Yeah,
he's like off the radar, man. You don't hear.
Yeah,
he lost a lot of money with did something with the advertising for the U.S. Army. He lost a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of what? You know?
I kind of read this article. It was something where the contract was kind of messed up, whatever. He lost a lot of money.
Okay.
He just got done filming a new movie called Red One.
It looks bad.
And apparently the director came out and bashed the shit out of him. Said he was the most unprofessional person he's ever worked with.
Oh wow.
Basically making Vin Diesel look right.
That's another person that's kind of been quiet since his little accusation. Yeah,
very
crap from him.
I still want to see another Riddick.
We still got fantastic. I'm not fantastic about
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Yeah.
I'm more interested in the Riddick than the Fast and Furious.
Me too, personally.
Movies.
Mason Clark for $4.99. Is it fair to say that both MCU fandom and the woke fandom are both toxic? To the point, it's impossible to form a fair opinion.
Every fandom is toxic, no matter what you're talking about.
I don't know. The MCU is more than the woke. The woke fandom is they see anything just remotely different than it was last week. It's woke. You really don't know the true definition of the word. So
woke is a trigger word, and what woke means now is not even what woke really means.
Yeah.
It morphs into something else.
And it's both sides. The counter to woke is they also get triggered by anything that's different. So like, when you look at it, everybody is toxic,
Woke was supposed to mean that like, oh, you're enlightened, you're informed, Now it's like, oh, we put a female in this movie. Oh, it's woke. Like that's not even I've been accused of saying it too because it's just it's sort of the way the word morphs, it's a term.
Yeah.
It's just like that two words you hate, Gray Jedi. Somebody said it years ago, and it stuck for a little. Same thing. There's no such thing. We all looked it up and find out there's no such thing. But somebody said it, it stuck, and now somebody said woke inappropriately or in the wrong use, and now it's sticking. So it'll take another year or two for it to unstick.
The thing is also this platform has created huge channels with huge influences. And the moment they flag something with their own opinion that it's crap, they have a long reach. And
making up all these words I never heard of. Capping.
I hate that word.
Member berries. Like, what in the world? I ain't never heard none of this stuff that came on here.
Man, I didn't know anything of terminology like grifting.
I know what grifting.
Never knew about that.
I knew what that is.
I had people on Twitter saying that, and I was like, what? Like, what the hell is that?
Well, a big one about 4 years ago, and me and Danny were accused of this in the early days of Storm Live, was shills. We were shills.
Oh, you were shills.
Too.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
Bro, if I was a shill, I'd let you know it. I'd be like, this show was sponsored by MCU.
Yeah, bro, straight up. Like if I was a shill, I'd be like, look at this bag of stuff Disney sent me.
Disney, everything in the background.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I wish I was a shill.
I know who is though. The guy that does everything always, they are feeding him because he's giving away PlayStation 5s every day. There ain't no way.
Maybe he knows a guy who knows a guy.
He's the inside guy. Lots of his stuff be on point. Yeah. If you want to know about his stuff, he know it. So somebody
Phil, we're all old. I get what you're saying, Phil. We're all old.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Like our slang used to make sense.
It had some kind of meaning behind it.
Like the word fresh. What does fresh mean? Well, like fresh vegetables means fresh means good.
New.
How does cap mean lying at all? How does cap mean lying?
It's like a salary cap.
So I was explained to by a 13-year-old what cap meant. He said it's because bald people wear a cap to hide their hair. So that shows they're lying. So that means no cap means I'm real and having
you have to have a thesis to come up with that.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow. That's how I was explained to my.
That was a term paper for graduation.
Yeah, right. That's a thesis. Yeah. Like another one was like someone who's new at something you would call green. Why? Because vegetables are normally green when they're not ripe yet.
Not right. That's correct.
Yeah,
that's a military term to your green.
Yeah, every terminology that we use
has some kind of
Now they just make words up, like
Riz. What? How do you get Riz? Like, what's the?
I don't know what that is.
First, I've heard that. I have no idea what Riz is.
I know what jizz is.
Oh, God. Wow.
Oh, man.
You said Riz is bread?
No, Riz is like you have like you're charismatic or whatever, and like you can look at a girl and like she gets all wooed by you. I'm like,
wow. Learn something new today.
Well, making bread was like making money, right? Making bread because back in the day, bread was like the essentials.
Yeah, because back in the day,
a
lot of people couldn't afford bread. So
a lot of people refer to money as cake. I don't quite get that either.
No, cake means something different to me.
Yeah,
I just learned that cake means butt. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't know.
Things that I learned from my
See, Riz doesn't make no sense. So if Riz means you have game, then why don't you just say game? Because game makes sense.
Tell me the origin of Riz. Like, what's the origin, like where it comes from? Like, right? How Riz means game.
Yeah, because someone who has game, well, if you have game, that means you're good at something. Yes, Riz does not mean anything. It's just a made up word that you made. Like, it's oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
we had some I didn't. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Never mind.
Danny kills me when he does that. It's like, what is it? No. You have to do a show, Danny. Every time you have to write it in a book, and it's
I can really say chicken hand. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. I know. It makes sense.
I remember we used to say fresh.
First of all, Phil Collins,
charisma.
Charisma and Riz are complete. The word Riz does not exist in the word charisma unless you're a really bad speller. Just saying.
Yeah, they're taking the Riz out of charisma.
They took the R and they added their own letters. That's what they did.
God, it's all the acronyms and the lazy typing. No more laughing out loud. LOL. Like when I started like chatting, I didn't even know like what the hell. What's
apparently doing a thumbs up emoji now is disrespectful to people.
Really?
I heard. I saw on the news that day.
I've been very disrespectful. That's all I do.
I've been very disrespectful.
Hey, be at the job tomorrow at 7:00.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. That's what I do.
Oh my god! I can't believe he did that.
Why can't he write a sentence?
One thing I did start doing that. I won't send a white thumbs up.
The black, you gotta do the black emoji. I do the black emojis too. I do the black ones too.
Someone made a big deal that I was using black people gifs for reactions.
Yeah,
because I'm white.
Oh please, give a gift.
I'm like, I watched that show. It was funny. That's why
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my funny. Gosh. I guess it's like, man, the world's just going crazy, man. I'm telling you, people just want to start stuff up for no reason.
Just a Monty threw in a $5 super chat. I'll be honest, when I form opinions on pieces of media, I pretty much treat them as just movies and TV shows and ignore any politics in them. Well, politicals in them or whatever you said. I don't know. I can't read. That's why Goskar does it. But I mean, sometimes you can't help it but see the political stuff in it. Like I didn't see Rings of Power, but I heard from a lot of people Rings of Power was no bueno.
I couldn't even get into it. I tried to watch the first episode like 3 times. Fell asleep. Didn't watch it.
Y'all know my thing with Lord of the Rings. I've tried and tried to watch any Lord of the Rings, and I don't.
I watched Rings of Power. I've seen worse.
Man, did you guys catch that boxing fight? I know Rob did a thing on that. VHS, be kind and rewind.
Wow.
Yeah, I did a video on it, and then a couple people are like, "Hey, you got false information on there," so I deleted it because I didn't want to have false information on there. But then the next day, I heard the other side that he was a man. So I don't know. So I'm not going to comment on it.
So
what happened before saying anything? People are upset about it. No one's talking about there's an actual, literally convicted child rapist playing in the Olympics right now, and no one's giving a shit about that right now. Like he's literally he's from like Sweden or something like that. He's literally a convicted child rapist, and he is playing in the Olympics. And they're giving him special treatment because they're keeping him separate from everybody, let him come out on his own and everything. He's not doing any kind of press interviews, but he's a literally convicted child rapist playing Olympics right now. I have more problem with that than the girl, whoever, the hormone problem or whatever. So that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, this person that the boxer apparently was born a female, apparently. But the thing is, it was she or he was disqualified at the world champion because they found an XY chromosome. So if you're XY chromosome, you're a man.
But with that, the people that disqualified her whatever, is the Russian IBN or whatever, and their practice have been put in question. That's why the Russians are banned from the Olympics right now. So the source that they got from that is the problem. It's not legitimate sources saying that she's
and in her defense, if you see her boxing record, she has lost against other women. Yeah. So, and the Italian player also was known for quitting on fights in the past as well. So
there's more to the story than what is on the surface.
Yeah, that's why I took it down.
A lot of rituals are running with that saying,
So did I, because
start diving into it, there's more to it.
So did I. So listen, it's like people had an issue with Cyborg, the Brazilian UFC fighter.
I remember,
because she had high testosterone levels, right? But she's born naturally a woman. She just had them. She just had those high levels. So she even defended the Italian girl, but you know what? It's just insane. They should have their own
So here's the article. Convicted child rapist Steven van den Velde from the Netherlands. He's a
Netherlands
beach volleyball player. Yeah. He raped a 12-year-old. Wow. He was 29 and he raped a 12-year-old.
Wow. And he's wow.
He was jailed for 4 years.
That's on the Olympic Committee. They should have did more.
The IOC is out of their mind.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Now it's all about money, right? Now that's what you
have. Yeah, the Olympics all has.
Remember when it was just
has an agenda behind it?
Remember when it was just amateurs? Everybody that was playing the sports were amateurs. They weren't professionals.
Yeah.
And then they started. We need more attraction.
I mean, they had a professional assassin in the turkey shooting.
You saw the Turkish guy? He had a cat, right? He's at home. Hey, you might kill that cat. We're getting that John Wick movie because everybody's wearing all these special goggles. He's up there in jeans and a t-shirt, just lean back.
Hand in his pocket too.
And he meddled.
Yeah. He medaled. I think I got bronze.
It was only like a smidget away from a gold medal.
I know, right? That's an assassin.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
Yeah. Pedophiles for me should be neutered. Forget about neutering your pets. Neuter them.
Hey, some countries that might be a thing.
And Louisiana, apparently they're doing that. No,
I don't know.
They passed the law now.
I don't know if it made it all. I think it's going to the courts right now because considered inhumane or whatever. But I know that they passed the law, but it's being challenged in the courts right now.
That sounds like something Texas would do because Texas don't play, buddy.
Texas is its own country, man. They don't go by any rules.
When they say don't mess with Texas, they ain't.
I guess we go ahead and finish it up. Danny, where can the people find you?
Find me Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays on the Road to Wisdom. I'm about to upload my latest video here shortly. And then you can find me, of course, here on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. and on Wednesday nights, 2 gentlemen below me on the Hangout.
I'll be creeping in the
plotting, y'all. He be plotting on us. That's what
you see Darth Plagueis. Darth Rob Stormus. That's his name.
Someone needs to do a meme of that. His face superimposed in our channel on the side there.
Say something. Say something wrong.
Say something wrong. Just say something wrong.
Did have his hands gesturing like he did. Did I mention? Say something wrong. Say something wrong.
Hey man, I was just polishing the floor and I just heard it, man. Gascar, where can people find you?
Like Danny said, every Wednesday for the hangout on the Basco Scenario, my channel. And thanks, Rob, for doing that. It was fun. It was fun. It's all in good fun, but
Yeah, I mean no disrespect.
I know, man. I know.
DJ, where can people find you?
I'm gonna read this script so I don't get my words twisted. On my channel, The Token Black Guy. You can find me on Wednesday night with Gascard and Danny, and on the lovely show Rob Storms, the best man on YouTube, on Sunday nights.
That's fucked up. All right, everybody, appreciate y'all. About to go jump over to do the Storm Nation stream. So if you want to hear about SummerSlam, then we'll probably end up talking about it over there. So I'll see you guys over there. Till next time, guys. Take it easy and just remember, Adam doesn't like black people, man.